everyone, and welcome to another episode of the RVDG Sports Channel with your boy RVDG. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you to the people that just subscribed. I'm nothing without you guys. Who are the Denver Broncos and who they want to be? I think the Denver Broncos are a team right now. It's a ball control team, possession team. They want to take little chunks, dink and dunk, and then they want to pop you for a big play down the field. So you have to be a disciplined defense and know that's what they want to do. So I'm not going to say they're easy to defend because you still got to go out there and execute your defense. But you just want to keep everything in front of you. You want to be a disciplined defensive line. You want to be disciplined at the linebacker spots. You want to own your gaps. You know what I'm saying? Shoot through the gaps. Take away their runs. They're going to occupy two defensive linemen. The defensive line, one of our defensive linemen going to occupy two of their offensive linemen. So that Jack Del Rio, you need to change your game plan. You need to play a little bit more 4-3. Get three linebackers out there. Get Mayo out there. Or Hudson. One of those guys to make it tougher for them to run. I believe our secondary can hold up against their wide receiver core. They got I want to say Humphreys, Sutton, and Judy. I think Judy is not 100%. He did practice, light practice, but he did practice. He's got that. He's nurturing that hamstring injury, so he's not going to be out there blazing like he normally would. And that changed the dynamic of the offense. Just like the game plan against the Raiders was pound, play action. Move Russell Wilson out of the pocket a little bit, and just try to make him make plays off schedule. That was the game plan against the Raiders. Unfortunately, they came up short against the Raiders. The Raiders played good enough to win, on the back of Garoppolo being a savvy veteran quarterback out there. Key point, fun fact, if Ronrivera would have traded for Garoppolo instead of Carson Wentz, maybe we'll still have a quarterback right now. Sam Howell will probably be backing up Garoppolo right now because Garoppolo, he doesn't turn the ball over that much. He's a winner. He knows how to win the ball games. But anyway, I digress. So what? But anyway, back to the game. Defensively for the Denver Broncos, they have two studs over there, Patrick Surtain II and Justin Simmons. Those guys, Justin Simmons, he finished 49th in the top 100, respectfully, and Surtain finished 59th, respectfully. Those two guys, Surtain pretty much is a shutdown corner. It's going to be tough whoever goes up against him, but I got confidence in whoever he line up against. He can't line up against all of them. We got Curtis Samuels, De'Ami Brown, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson. We're loaded at the wide receiver, at the skill position. So he can't cover everybody. You know what I'm saying? And Kobe Myers dismantled whoever that cornerback is. I don't even know the guy's name. Don't want to know his name. I mean, he got torn to shreds last week. I know he's going to be hungry. He's going to come out. He want to prove himself this week. But I just think our skill position players are going to be too much for Denver's cornerbacks. They don't have enough cornerbacks to cover all our skill position. If Eric Bieniemy was smart enough, he would go four wides most of the game, at least 60% of the game. Spread those guys out because their linebackers are fast. They're fast from side to side. Those guys are not the biggest defensive line in the world, but you might want to, your game plan might want to, you want to go heavy sometimes, but you definitely want to spread them out four wide. Going heavy, you want to make your living going up the middle. You don't want to make your living trying to go east and west against this team. This team is too fast. They just too fast. They got too much speed. So you want to try to tire them down, by going up the middle. Have your power set out there, and then when it's time to really lay it on them and you get a sizable lead, to build up to a sizable lead. I really think EB should spread them out. Once you got the game in hand a little bit, you're up by 10, something like that, 13 points or whatever. If we're able to get a lead like that, that's when you go run heavy. You bring your heavy hitters in, your jumbo packages in, and you just run up that gut. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Once you wear those guys out, then you can go side to side. But until then, if you don't hit them with the power game first, you're not going. It's going to be tough stretching when comes to in terms of running the ball. So my game plan will be to, if you want to establish the run early, EB, to soften those guys up a little bit. First quarter, just try to be a dominant run heavy team if you can. Put your jumbo packets in there, extra tight ends in there, and just go to war. Go to war between the tackles. Don't try to go outside the tackles. You're not going to make a living there. Go in between the guards and the tackles, and I think you'll be fine. But if you're trying to go outside the tackles, you're not going to be successful. Cut down on screen plays this game. Those linebackers too quick. Let's go ahead and cut it. We hit them at the right time with screen pass. You don't want to start off trying to hit them with screens. They run to the ball real quick. And I think if they're able to do that and get some play action passes going, and spread those guys out on defense, I think the Commanders will have success. But if you try to come out with a 3 wide receiver set, you can come out. Let me take that back. You can come out with the 3 wide receiver set. I would predominantly go 4 wides though, but you can go out with the 3 wide receiver sets and the tight end. But I will try to spread those guys out because of their speed. You know what I'm saying? Those guys react to the ball quick. Denver has a good defense. So you got to be smart. Sam Howell definitely has to be smart. Make good, sound decisions. Take your check downs when needed. Don't try to force the ball. Try to lessen your amount of pass attempts over there to Surtain side. You don't want to keep testing that guy. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 other wide receivers or 2 other wide receivers, depending on what formation and sets they have out there, that you can go to, and utilize your tight ends. But I don't think any of the tight ends is fast enough. Those linebackers definitely keep up with our tight ends and running backs. Although probably Gibson a little bit faster than a couple of their linebackers, but Denver has a fast defense, and we just want to be smart and lay the big bodies on. That'd be my game plan. Wear those guys out. They're not the biggest of defense. You wear them out like that. You know what I'm saying? You got the boy Simmons out there. Came from Clemson 2 or 3 years ago. I was high on him. I wanted us to get him linebacker. But if you could just, put some hand on some people, put some bodies on some people, some big bodies on some people, wear them out, and soften them up. And later on in the game, like in the middle of the third quarter, those guys should be gassed. You really should have your way with them then, But if you're trying to go straight up, pass happy, you're not going to make a living doing that. You want to soften this team up. We have to be able to run this game. If we can't run this game, it's going to be tough sledding. Then you're going to be asking Sam Howell to do a lot, in his third start against a fast defense like that. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to, kind of neutralize those guys, get them worn down a little bit, so it could be easier for Sam Howell. You don't want that guy to be feeling that heat all day, and those guys just pin their ears back because they made us one-dimensional, and then they just coming for Sam, and that crowd gets in the game. It's going to be a long game. You want to take the crowd out. You want to punch them in the mouth early. You want to score. If we could jump on them, get a double-digit lead quick off the break, that'll take them out of what they want to do, and you want to put it back in Russell Wilson's hands, because you don't want this team mixing it up on a run, because P. Ryan showed and displayed last week that he still got something to prove out here. So you don't want Tamaje P. Ryan to get confidence against his former team. You don't want him to do that. So you want to neutralize these guys, get a big lead early, and take that crowd out of it and go from there. I got faith in what we can do as an offense. I think last week's game, first time out there, crowd at home, tight, nervous, tensed up, anxiety kicks in. And that made those guys, you could tell when Logan Thomas dropped the ball, that made those guys a little bit, antsy a little bit, They wasn't all the way settled in. They didn't get settled in, I think, until late in that third quarter, with all the butterflies and settled in and all that. But I think this offense will come out swinging hard and heavy. Sam Howell missed some stuff. He missed De'Ami Brown last week, De'Ami Brown was streaking down the side, wide open. That could have been for a 65-yard touchdown if Sam Howell just released the ball and look for his old college teammate. You know, he's not looking for his old college teammate. You know, he'll be surprised in some of the matchups that De'Ami Brown could win against their third and fourth string cornerbacks. That's why I said go for wide receiver sets. Because if they can do that, De'Ami Brown, I'm pretty sure, and Curtis Samuel can get open against their third and fourth string cornerbacks. Easy, no question at all. You know what I'm saying? So something to think about. I hope EB realizes that and go to that game plan. If all fails, I know he's gonna start off with the 2-3 wide receiver sets. I get it, but when it seemed like the offense is kind of sluggish, let's get a pick me up at the four wide receiver set. I don't think Denver can handle that. Based on what I seen Kobe Myers do to number 27 last week. Hey, I'm pretty sure De'Ami Brown or Curtis Samuel can have their way with him. You know, so yeah, that'll be my game plan. Final score prediction. I got us winning by 10 points. I got us winning either 20-10, 24-13, or somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're gonna score that many points, but you know, hypothetically speaking, that's my projection is. But I don't think, in hindsight, I don't think Denver's going to give up that many points to us like that. You know, maybe 20, 24, anything over 24. Hey, it must have been a lot of turnovers. Anyway, that being said, that's all I got. This is Arbor Deezy, another episode of the Arbor Deezy Sports Channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend. Peace.